Hey investors, today I'm doing a feature on the most expensive hotel in Portland. Some time ago, the channel had a feature on how you can earn less than 200,000 Jamaican dollars a month and how you can invest in a property, flip it and earn like millions of US like 3 years later. And basically, when you look at properties like the one that I am featuring today, this is one of those properties that you need to watch that video, get the strategy, and put that strategy in place to acquire this property. And I'm talking about you. Yes, you, someone who is earning less than 200,000 Jamaican dollars a month, you can own this property. But watch that video, get the strategy, put it in place, and see how you can get a property like this. But before I get into all that this property has to offer and why it's an absolute great investment, I want to just speak a bit about Portland. Portland is just an absolutely beautiful parish with such a natural setting, and it has so many attractions, natural attractions, waterfall, beaches. And for example, Portland, there are so many places that you can visit and so many things that you can participate in when you visit the beautiful parish of Portland. I mean, it's a bit of Negril, but not quite Negril, a little bit of Ochi, but not quite Ocho. So it is just beautiful. So, for example, there is like the Errol Flynn Marina, and of course, if you know your history, Errol Flynn was like this famous actor from the 50s who came to Jamaica and visited Portland and fell in love with it. So, Errol Flynn Marina is like one of the most beautiful protected harbors in the world, and the government of Jamaica has invested so much in developing it, so it's just a beautiful attraction, right? So there's that history to it about his story, and I guess when you go Portland or if you look it up, you can read all about Errol Flynn's stint in Jamaica and how he fell in love with the parish. There are beautiful beaches like Winifred Beach. There is Frenchman's Cove. You always hear about, oh, there's gonna be some event at Frenchman's Cove because it's actually considered to be one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And of course, let's not forget about somewhere when you go there, you have to talk about the food, and then you have like Boston Jerk Center where you can eat the best tasting jerk chicken on the island. Yes, that's in Portland. So when you go down to Portland, when you go to check out this property that I'm featuring, make sure you go and check out Boston Jerk Center. And if you are a movie buff like myself, and you ever watch things like the Blue Lagoon, and you know the Blue Lagoon is always this place that is so absolutely beautiful, it's a paradise. Well, there is a Blue Lagoon in Portland, and that's believed to be an extinct crater, and so it's just a beautiful water attraction, and it's also called the Blue Hole, and it's one of the most beautiful natural attractions in the island. And suppose you want to go rafting. Yes, Portland, you can go Rio Grande rafting, which is a very popular attraction among the locals and tourists. And then Reach Falls. There's just so many magnificent things and natural attractions that are in Portland. So let me now get into the main feature, which is this hotel that is the most expensive hotel, almost $92 million, that is available for sale in Portland. Now, this property is called Portland Palms, but of course, when you buy it, you can name it something else. Portland, I don't know, but you can name it whatever you desire to name it. So it's described as a 20-unit hotel that is 3 stories. And guess what? Aside from those 20 units, so those 20 units would be self-contained. Um, so it would be like maybe a studio with a bathroom and kitchen facility. So this is just perfect. So if you want like what they call a boutique hotel, a small hotel that you can operate, this property is perfect for that. And guess what? It has a added bonus to it. There is a 3 bedroom villa. Now you can do the maths for this. This property is located on 2 acres, right? You can subdivide this property, do the paperwork, and you can rent these apartments. Remember, it is 90 million this thing is being sold for. So, say for example, 20 units at 20 million, what we're looking at, $400 million, right? How much would you invest to fix up this place to get it to that level where you can sell it? All of those maths that you need to do. Or if you just don't just want to fix it up and operate it as a hotel, that is even more perfect. You're just looking for something that you can invest in, get money every month, every week, and this is just something that you are earning a living from. This is perfect. Now, currently it's used as a residential apartment complex, right? And it's generating some level of income, but because it is not fixed up or maintained, seems as if it's fully occupied, but it's not making the money that it could possibly make because probably it's being rented to locals and stuff like that. So if you are interested in buying this hotel, of course you have to find out, okay, in terms of the sale of it, is it that the tenants are gonna move out? I would recommend that you negotiate to have the tenants move out before you purchase it and you don't retain the tenants, because the price that they're saying that they're renting it for right now, it's quite low. And you know that what they're renting it for now monthly, right? You can earn that maybe in 1 or 2 nights by renting out a room at this hotel if you do it as a hotel, villa, Airbnb. So you definitely would want to not retain these tenants because you don't want the difficulty, because when some persons are renting places so reasonable, sometimes it's a bit hard to get them out. So you have to make it a condition that the tenants are out before you get the property, right? So this is an absolute beautiful investment, and this is something that if you are overseas, you are a local, get your investors together, right? Come together, look at this property, do your projection, do the maths of it, and work it out. I did the maths for it. And to me, this is an absolute winner. It indicates that the structure is sound, right? And that's what's very important, especially when you're buying fixer uppers. You make sure you check the structure of the place. If the structure is intact, you know that you have all the bones and the meat, not just the bones, you have the meat to get this thing renovated to a level that you want it to and able to start generating income. So this hotel in Portland could be your investment.